Good morning. It is actually a better morning. The sun's out. Spring's here. We've all got spring fever, I'm telling you. But it snowed last night. Okay, recession and reality check. I'm a bit older than a lot of these people, and I can totally relate to how worried, upset, and problematic it is to be going through a recession. But I'm going to tell you the other side of recession. I go to the Y to swim. And a lady and I were talking, and this gentleman came up with us because he overheard us talking about the recession. He goes, "Yeah, I'm scared. I got kids." And I'm saying, I looked at my friend who was about the same age, and I said, "Well, I don't want to be rude." And he said, "Go on, be rude, be rude." See, we've been through 3 recessions. My friend just shook her head and said, "Yep, it's scary going through the first few, trust me. I know. But there's a flip side to this. It actually helped us. It smartened us up, but it took 3 times. Okay. In one of them, we almost lost our house. We couldn't pay our bills. And luckily, I have a dear Aunt Martha who bailed us out. So I love how all the tarot readers are suggesting you stock up and suggesting that you make a network of people because they know. They're older like me. They've been through this a few times already. So they're giving you the best advice that they have, which is wonderful. I'm so proud of all the tarot readers. Okay, we almost lost our house in one of them. And I don't know which recession it was because we've been through a few of them. When everybody was moving to Texas, because that's where the jobs were. There were actually jobs going in Texas, and a lot of people did move to Texas. And we considered it. We were thinking about moving, and by the time we had all our ducks in a row, the recession was over. So recessions do not last forever. Okay. Now, in one of them, I worked in a supermarket. This was after the rollover. Um, and the one of the men who drove the truck died. He had a heart attack. And I asked if my husband could take the job because he was out of work. And they said, okay. So somebody had to die to get a job in those days. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. Things were bad. Now, some of the other things you can do, some of the things you learn after going through a recession, you learn to save your money because there will be rainy days. There will be recessions. So you have to save your money. No, I know that they were saying not to make big purchases, not to waste your money anymore. Well, you know what? That's true. But it's also true after the recession because you don't want to get caught with your pants down again. That's an old expression. I hope you're okay with it. Okay. I learned to buy everything on sale. Sale, sale, sale. I learned to look for sales because that's how we saved money. If you see a sale on an item at the supermarket, you don't just go there because, oh, this is what I'm in the mood for. This is what I always buy. You wait for a sale. And when it's a sale, you buy 2 or 3 of them and you save money that way. Now, I like to buy things on clearance too. I search the clearance racks. I do. I do. I had a friend who worked at this supermarket with me, and she goes one day, she goes, "Well, I have standards." And I looked at her and said, "I have a bank account and you're losing your house." So the idea is to save your money, not just to not buy something, but to get a nest egg so that you don't have to worry as much when things get bad because you have the money to bail yourself out with. So that's the plus side to a recession. It teaches you so that all the oh, I've got to keep up with everyone, or this is what I've always done. Well, do something different. You have to change, and this is what the recessions are teaching us, because it will not always be good times. I mean, there are 7 years of good and 7 years of bad. So get smart and know that. I mean, we're older. I'm older. And a lot of the tarot readers are older, and we've been through this. So we know, and we're trying to help you out. And just like the guy who joined in the conversation when we told him that we've been through a few recessions, and I go, yeah, don't worry about it. The recessions, it'll teach you some things. You'll get through it. It'll be fine. It'll end. And then you'll be smarter about your money. And so there's a good side to this. So, no, it's not easy, but you know what? That's life. So, okay, do something else. You don't have to keep up with the others. I have another relative who did lose a lot, and she, instead of a pretty house, she now lives in a motorhome, and she has to buy the best of everything. No, you don't. You can save your money. If they get a check, it's all gone before the end of the week. When they spend their money, they spend that, and then they're poor again. It's like you don't need the very best. Who are you trying to show off to anyway? Huh? You don't need the best of everything. Sure, I'd like a Cadillac, but I don't. I don't have one. I have a good car. It's a 2017. My husband bought it for us when he was still alive because it was a good, steady, dependable type of car. It's an SUV, so yeah, we need one. Everybody needs one. So, the end of the story, I'm 70, and we've gone through 3, maybe 4 recessions. It's really taught me a lot. But what it taught me is to be careful with your money. My husband and I retired. We found a house that was on sale. We found a house that needed a lot of work. Well, we've never been afraid of work. We know how important it is to work on something and build things. So we found a nice little house that was on sale, an acre on a lake, but the house was a mess. I mean, we put in windows, doors, roofs, kitchen, everything. We did all that. We did all the work, and my son and his friend pitched in, of course. And this was when Obama was giving 10% back or something, some kind of cash incentive to buy a house. So we did. And you know what? Because we were smart from the other recessions, we paid cash for the house. Now I'm telling you, it really wasn't that much money. This acre on the lake, because it was such a mess and everybody else in the world is afraid of doing work and just didn't want the house. And I was grateful that it was still on the market. And we bought it. We paid 38 for it. After the discount, it was a lot less. So, uh, I'm telling you, the recession you're going through is just like going through a master class in being smart with money. And I know you're scared, but tough times teach you things. And so toughen up. Nobody's, I had to toughen up so many times in my life, but I've also had good times, very good times. 42 years with my husband before he passed. So it was good. So I'm telling you, recessions are not that bad. I mean, you learn. I mean, it makes you appreciate the good times too when you do have the good times. My husband is very good with money, very smart, thankfully, because he set up the computer for me. And it makes it much easier to pay all my bills now that he's gone. But also, like the bad times teach you things. It teaches you to be grateful. And I am so grateful for having stayed with my husband. There were times it was bad. 7 years, 7 years, same story, except it was 20 years and 20 years. But we worked our way through it. A lot of this wisdom comes with age, not because you're smarter when you're old, but you've been through enough lessons to teach, to have been taught by the lessons you learn. So, reality check, there will be recessions. You'll get through it, just like all the tarot readers say. And if you smarten up, you'll do better later in life. If you don't, you'll be like my friends who lost their house when I had a bank account. So believe me, I commiserate with you. I've been through recessions. We've had problems, but we worked through it. And we've never been afraid of work, like we said. So I hope this gives you the strength, and the hope grows eternal. It does. I hope this helps you look at the bright side of this. There's a bright side to everything. Sometimes it's hidden. So, but you'll get through it. I know you will. So, I'm glad I'm old because I remember when the recessions were coming. I wasn't as worried about me as I was about our two children because I didn't want my children to suffer. But you know what? I showed them what a budget was. I showed them how things work, and they became smart with their money. So you can pass that on. When a child says, "Wah, wah, I need this," no, they don't. Show them a budget and let them know the reality check. So I think I've gone on enough with this old lady advice, and I do hope you listen to it. So life is good. It really is. Even in the bad times, we used to we used to play parcheesi a lot, my husband and I, not just regular parcheesi. Parcheesi. It was kill parcheesi. We each had two colors, and we were really getting each other. And we played Yahtzee, not just regular Yahtzee, but you did 3 games at once. And it was like a marathon. So you can get back to the simple things in life that entertain you and still don't cost a lot of money. You can play the games. I think it's, well, when I was young, I loved shoots and ladders. So, you know, work puzzles. Oh, we started working puzzles, and the kids and I would sit there looking at things and have fun saying, "Do you see this? What is this?" Or it would bring up the silent parts when the kids would talk. So staying home is not all bad. I you, you'll get through it. You'll find the little rays of sunshine that help you, and we'll all get through it. Well, see, when you get older, you get wiser. I'm no smarter than you in the beginning. No, 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 no. So, but I do hope to give you hope. Bye.